Good morning, good morning. We'll get things started very shortly. Just allow yourself to get a comfortable seat going. Whether it's rain or shine, whenever you're tuning in, hope there's a good inner glow happening. Because we're about to take time to meditate. Taking time to just be in a good space, or at least set one up for whatever rest of the day we got going on. We'll start with a little bit of just a seated stretch, which might be a good way to get closer to feeling comfortable in the body. If it's right for you today, you can take a moment to roll your shoulders down your back. Roll your wrists from the outside to the inside. Maybe even press out through the palms, round your back, and arch it. And maybe even use your hands and do a few shoulder circles. Might feel good this morning also to turn the body a little left, a little right. And also might feel good in the body to roll the neck in a half circle or a whole circle. Once you've done these few things to get comfortable in the body, we can move on with the flow of our meditation here. Give yourself a moment to close the eyes, to relax the face, to allow things to settle downwards by the pull of gravity. This can include the top shoulders. This can include the hips. Even the belly to some degree can just hang. Allowing the eyelids to relax. There may even be a slight sense of things drooping forward, which is okay. Allowing them to settle. Maybe even identify where you feel your sit bones resting onto the surface of either a chair or a seat. And then gradually from that place where things are rooted, think of all the things that can take elevation, such as the underside of the navel, as it creates a little lift that can spread throughout the chest, as it creates a little bit of width that goes all the way to the outsides of the shoulders. That can also get very acute, very pinpoint as it moves to the center of the throat. You might imagine space is able to get wider through the jaw, through the mouth, through the palate. And again, able to go up that narrow passageway through the nostrils, through the space between the eyebrows. You might imagine again that this life force energy is able to get expansive at the crown of the head, where it's able to open up and maybe even beam out through the crown of the head. You might visualize a yin and yang symbol, how the white spirals into the black, how there's a spot of white in the black and there's a spot of black into the white. Maybe imagine this opening and closing, this filling and emptying are also products of the flow of energy within. You might even imagine there's a bunch of yin and yang symbols spinning throughout the body, creating a sense of openness and closeness, of emptiness and fullness. But all of it finding its way into a perfect balance. In yoga, we often identify the breath, the prana, as the subtle elements that carry everything else that animates the body. In the Taoism, understanding that things have a certain balance to them. From an intuitive nature, knowing that Breathing in, I'm breathing in. And knowing that breathing out, I'm breathing out. So many ways to connect with what is this present moment. Allowing yourself to do so in all the available ways. You might imagine the things outside of you have less of a barrier than the things within, and that there's this connective energy from your body and your extended body. Allow the energy to pass through you to have a filtration system, so that everything that needs to build up this day builds this day up. And everything that makes the day better by distance, release, and detachment also gets that proper due. Allowing yourself to even separate from the ego, the identity of I am, to the healthy degree, with enough space in between you the observer and you the person, to allow for a calm perspective. Allow the body to live and be an observation of that life. Notice the space between doing the breathing and witnessing the breathing. Noticing other spaces in the body, such as the space between caring and non-attachment. Trusting your center, allow the space around the eyes to relax even further, so that the eyes can roll up, the eyebrows can relax and make way, and that narrow space between the eyebrows that opens up through the forehead has a bit of shine. Allow that shine again to get narrow as it travels to the center of the brain, where it can open up once again, the top of the head. As if the tension lived 3 inches above the crown of the head, allowing the neck to lengthen. We take a big cycle here. Inhale to your fullest, and exhale, let it go. Again. Observe the distance between sharp focus and contentment, allowing for a sense of harmony within both. Allow your focus within your meditation, and that space between the eyebrows, and that concentration on stillness to be piercing, to be fiery. Allow it to cut through the small, minor awarenesses of your environment. As this goes on, this sense of sharp focus, allow for a sense of surrender to the environment around you, to the things that you can't control, and for the things that you've tried to control, accepting the effort, accepting the non-effort, being content with where it is. Within that practice, creating a sense of harmony between the effort and non-effort. Letting the effort of focus exist, as well as the contentment in non-effort. It's like a cycle of breath. And we'll take a cycle of breath here. This time you can push the breath out, allow yourself to get really, really empty. And then take a big, full breath in. Big, full breath out. If there's anything else you'd like to intend into your day, allow it to just surface its way up. After which, when you're ready, you can blink the eyes. If your shoulders want to move, you can move the shoulders. And any other movement in the body that seems needed. I hope this time that we have on this universe together, on this planet together, helps continue to raise each other's vibration, continues to be an active mutual service of reciprocity and a continuation of building safe space, despite or maybe including all the opposition around it. Let's continue to find a place to build love and let it shine. Ashe. Namaste.